and welcome to the Book Nook. Please come in and make yourself at home. If you're new to the Book Nook, welcome. It is such a pleasure to have you stop by for a visit. If you're not aware of what the Book Nook is, we are a branch of the Faith and More podcast, which is part of Faith and More Ministries. And I'm your host, Reverend Angel Wise, and I will be sharing with you all kinds of things in today's show. In today's Book Nook, we have the Book Nook once a month, and we cover things in the Book Nook that we don't get a chance to cover in the regular Faith and More podcast. We cover everything from homeopathy, aromatherapy, music, binaural beats, books, and more and more and more. And we also have Secret Time, where we share secrets about upcoming episodes, topics, and information that those who don't listen to the Book Nook won't get. And if you're returning to the Book Nook, welcome back. It is such a pleasure to have you here again. For everyone, it is my deepest hope and sincerest prayer that you find everything you're searching for in a Book Nook podcast here and more. So everyone, please get comfortable, get your favorite beverage, sit in your favorite chair or your favorite couch, curl up and enjoy. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're new to the Book Nook, welcome. It is such a great honor and pleasure to have you, and blessing to have you among us. I so hope and pray you really enjoy what you find here. And if you haven't listened to the Faith and More podcast, check that out because we are directly linked and part of the Faith and More podcast. And if you're returning to the Book Nook, infinite thanks, blessings, and love for being here and for being a longtime listener, lover, and supporter of the Book Nook. So here we are with the first Book Nook of season 6. I know. We're just moving and grooving right along, and there's no stop. There's no end in sight. So welcome, everyone. So before I begin, I want to ask, how is everybody doing? How are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? How is your family life? How is your work life? How is your life? If you are ever in need of prayers, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is at the end of the show and at the end of every show. It's as easy as emailing me at faithandmorepodcast@gmail.com. It's that easy, folks. I love to pray, and our Faith and More family, those who listen to the show, love to pray as well. So let us pray for you. I so beyond believe in the power of prayer. It really is. When you have one person praying for you, it's great. But when you have more people praying for you, it goes nuclear very quick, very, very quickly. So we're just a few episodes into season 6. How is everyone enjoying it so far? I mean, like I said, we've only done a few, so there's not much to base it on. But this season is going to continue to be very good, very interesting, and is really going to be the vegan meat and potatoes that's really going to stick to your ribs of your soul and help you and your soul elevate and ascend to such higher levels. So I normally would begin with what's in the news, but fortunately there is no news as far as saints in the news. So that's, I guess, a good thing for right now, because the last couple Book Nooks, we've had the news, but it hasn't been about saints. It's been about, a bishop going after, a mother superior and the nuns of a convent. And it did not end well. And it's still up in the air, and now it's behind closed doors. And I doubt seriously we'll hear any more updates, because I'm sure the bishop, who has been given papal authority, has put a gag order on the convent and all of the nuns, where no one can speak to the press or to the public, because they were very upset that the nuns had the audacity to not only go public, but also to file a personal lawsuit against the bishop himself. So someone recently asked me about essential oils, and we've talked about this here and there throughout the Book Nooks, and I highly recommend them. As a matter of fact, I cannot recommend essential oils enough. I mean, there's something about it, using essential oils is called aromatherapy, and all of us are so connected with our smells and smells. Just the scent of anything can help bring back memories from so long ago as if it was just now happening. So there's a lot of energy in and can be a lot of healing in essential oils if you know what you're looking for. And that's the thing is I highly recommend going someplace that sells essential oils. I'm sure there's specialty shops or bookshops in your area that you can go to. Sometimes, the big supermarket places have them, like Walmart and stuff, but oftentimes those are not of very good quality. And that's the thing is you want to get some quality essential oils because getting a couple bad or not so good essential oils can really turn you off to the whole essential oil experience without even actually getting to experience it. Just having a bad moment with a terrible scent is just, we'll just say, okay, I forget about it. I don't want to do it now. But so I don't want that to happen to anyway. So there are two places that I beyond highly recommend. The first is called P&J Trading. Their website is P, the letter P, and A&D, J, Trading, TRADING.com. And I'll have a link in the show description for them. They are just off the charts, amazing quality and very, very well priced. And that's a big thing you're going to find out when you start getting into essential oils is it can get very expensive very quickly. So P&J Trading, can't recommend them enough. My family and I have been doing business with them for at least the past 6 years. They have, it almost seems like they have an infinite amount of scents and different smells, which is scents, right? So you can't go wrong with P&J Trading. You can, just do a Google search, go to their website. I recommend going directly to their website. Again, PandJTrading.com. And that way you can sign up through them, make an account through them, and get the best deals. Of course, you can get P&J's fragrances and essential oils through anybody, just about. You can get them through Amazon, just about anywhere online. So that's the first, P&J Trading. The next is Azure Green, AZUREGREEN.net, N-E-T, and I'll have a link to them in the show descriptions. My family and I have been doing business with Azure Green for over 30 years. They are usually our go-to for any kind of herbs, sage, any kind of things like that. They also have their own blends of essential oils as well as they sell other people's essentials. Now, they are a little bit more on the expensive side for the essential oils. But again, they have some scents that P&J does not have since they make their own. So again, highly recommend these two places. You cannot go wrong with them. And again, as I was saying, it's best to go to a reputable place to get your essential oils. That way you don't start off with a bad impression and waste money. Because if you get something stinky that you can't use, we've all been there. We've all gotten those essential oils just on a whim at a big box store, and they are just nasty. So that's just money wasted because you're never going to use that. And maybe it would be a great idea for us to have a show on essential oils coming up sometime in the season. What do you all think? Let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. If you're interested in essential oils, how to use them. There's all kinds of ways to use them. Also, they're very good for meditation, for manifestation, and the list goes on and on and on. Let me know. send me an email. Let me know what you think. If you would like to have a show on just essential oils, I would be more than happy to do that. So has anyone tried the healing frequencies that I have mentioned in the past two Book Nooks? Energy, we are energy beings, and sound frequencies are a great form of energy in healing. It is just, you can't even describe the power in just listening to something that can heal you at literally molecular levels. It's so incredible, and it's part of quantum healing at so many finite levels of your, actually down to the very cells and atoms of your body. I can't recommend it enough. So I wanted to ask, and remind everybody, if you haven't already, to check out any of the healing sound frequencies on YouTube. I'll try to put some links in. I think I did last month as well, but I'll see if I can put some more links in the show description so you guys can check that. It's absolutely free. I recommend putting on headphones or earbuds to get the full benefits of it. But if you don't have access to those, no worries. Just play them through your phone, your computer, your laptop, your notepad or iPad or whatever you use. And if you do, give it a try. I would love to hear how it benefited you or helped you or healed you. If it did. If it didn't, let me know that as well. I would love to hear about that and maybe help guide you to some other channels with better frequencies, sounds that can help if the ones that you found did not help you. So how's everyone's prayer life and personal studies going? I so hope and pray that everyone is at least studying something, a little something every day to not only help you with your spiritual practice, but to feed your soul. We've talked about this quite a bit lately, of the importance of feeding our spirit, feeding our soul. We don't hesitate to feed our human physical bodies, but we often just forget about the spirit, the soul, because we're so, and it's nobody's fault. It's just how we've been raised and how we've been conditioned and how society has programmed us to be literally physical beings and physical beings only, and not to, we don't often, if at all, think about our spirit or our soul, which is really the energy and essence driving this and operating and powering this physical frame that we associate with. So it's very, very important that we get in touch with our soul and our spirits, learn what our missions are, achieve our missions, feed our spirit, feed our soul, even if it's just a little bit a day, and praying. Praying also not only helps feed your spirit and your soul, but it also helps you connect and deeper awaken to what you truly and naturally are, and to make more of a connection to the Creator. And what happens when we do that? We receive more and more light, and that light flows through us to everyone and everything around us, and it will literally change your life and the lives of those around you. If you're having trouble with your prayer life, your daily prayer life and studies, the Oblates of Perpetual Light is a great group to be a part of. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the director of the Oblates of Perpetual Light. We have, once a month, we have a Zoom meeting, amongst many things. We have a Facebook group as well, where we all connect. And our our monthly meetings are posted on our Oblates channel on YouTube. And I'll have a link in the show description. I highly recommend them because we cover some really interesting and deep topics and subjects. And it's just such a beautiful exchange of our spirits and our souls connecting with one another, and spirit and the Creator flowing through us. It's beyond words. I can't, nor should I even try to properly explain it. All I can say is have a listen to, especially the last, the meeting that we had just here in July, at the end of July, which was a few weeks ago. check it out. I mean, it is really, really, really good. Father Mike Cantor and I went for, over an hour, like an hour and 12 minutes, but it was really, really neat. And we covered so many different topics. And again, it's just super good, super yummy. And we're always looking for people to join the Oblates of Perpetual Light. It's absolutely free. It is such a safe place for everyone, regardless of what your faith is and or isn't. When Spirit and I created the Oblates of Perpetual Light, we did it with the motivation and intention for it to be a safe place and to be welcoming to everyone of all faiths, for it to be inclusive, meaning no one is turned away for what you believe or don't believe, and also a place of communion with other people of other faiths. And we have people in our group, other oblates that are from all kinds of different faiths, but we all love and respect each other. So there's never any personal attacks. Matter of fact, let me just run the infomercial for the Oblates of Perpetual Light so you get a really good feel for it.
The Oblates of Perpetual Light is the first of its kind. We are the very first group of oblates to fully utilize the internet to organize and communicate. This allows everyone and anyone to join from all over the world. The Oblates of Perpetual Light are inclusive, meaning everyone is welcome regardless of their beliefs, faith, identification, gender, sexual preference, etc. We are independent, meaning that we are not affiliated with any church, other than being connected to Faith and More Ministries, and we are trans-denominational. We are not affiliated with any one religion. We greatly respect the beliefs and freedoms of others. We are all children of the universe. Only 4 things are required of any oblate of Perpetual Light. 1. Study and contemplate some sacred text of your faith at least once a day. It is up to you how much you study and contemplate. It can be as little as a sentence or as much as you wish. You choose when, where, and how long. 2. Prayer is key in the heart of the Oblates of Perpetual Light. It is imperative that an oblate pray sometime during the day or night. Again, it is up to you to choose when, where, and for how long. 3. Oblates will gather together online, typically Zoom, at least once a month. There is also a Facebook group where oblates can meet and commune more often, if they choose. There are oblates who are very social and there are oblates who are very private. All are respected. If you are more private and or ascetic, you will need to keep in touch with the director of oblates privately. 4. Love and respect all members, regardless of their faith. We are here, as a group, not just as individuals. Everyone's faith, beliefs, views, etc., will be respected. Bullying, hate, attacks, etc., will not be tolerated. If you would like to become a member of the Oblates of Perpetual Light, please contact Angel, our director, at oblates.pl@gmail.com. I hope to see you as an oblate very soon.
So again, everyone and anyone are welcome to join the Oblates of Perpetual Light. Check out the website. You can email me at faithandmorepodcast at gmail.com, or you can email me at oblates, oblates .pl@gmail.com as well, and I can help you get connected with the website. It's as easy as just putting in your email address and just letting me know you're interested, and I will send you a welcome email, and we'll go from there. The email contains all the information you need. We can get hooked up through Facebook if you're on Facebook and get you into our Facebook group. And then you are always more than welcome to check us out on our Zoom meetings and become a participant in that, or just a spectator if you want. And again, just want to let everybody know that you don't have to be a member of the Oblates of Perpetual Light to attend our meetings. You are more than welcome to. If you are interested in attending the next meeting, it will be on Sunday, August 27th at 6 p.m. Now, if you do not have computer access, you can call in. There's actually a phone number that you can call to link yourself into the meeting. So if you're interested in that, email me and I can send you the phone number so you can call in. Again, that's going to be August 27th, which is on a Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So next, on to show updates. We've got lots of great people and topics coming up. Like I said, at the end, near the end of season 5, is that Spirit was already flooding me with topics and people for season 6. Those of you who are die-hard fans of the Saints, have no fear. We will have Saints coming up. There's just, certain people, certain topics that Spirit wants me to get to first and showcase first, but we will definitely have Saints in this season as we go along. This Sunday, we'll continue on with teachings from Neville Goddard. I hope you all enjoyed his bio show that was this past Sunday. So this coming Sunday, we'll have actual teachings. And man, I don't know what you all think of him, but he was just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. His teachings are just so really getting to the root, to the secret deep levels of teachings. And as we see, he's very biblical. So he uses a lot of biblical references. So those of you of the Christian faiths, this should be right up your alley. This should be resonating very deeply with each and every one of you. And I so hope and pray it's really helping you all get to deeper levels and higher levels in your faith. I've been in talks with Haven on doing a future show with me. Haven is my wife and a great supporter. And one of the reasons why this show is here, her and my son, or our son, are the reason, a big reason other than that, Spirit and the creator for this show being here. They were such great supporters and really, really pushed me to do this show. So I've been wanting to have Haven on the show for the longest time. But she is a very ascetic person, meaning she does her practices on her own, in her own ways, and she's very beautiful, very powerful, so much blessings of energy and love that I want her to come on the show so you all can get the feel of that. So Samhain, also known as Halloween, is collectively my family's favorite holiday. So I have asked her, invited her to do a show with me, a Halloween show. I talked about this last year, about wanting to do a Halloween show, and we're going to do that this year. And she has agreed to do a show with me on Halloween. So I'm sure it's going to have its spookiness, and we'll talk about ghosts and spirits and spirit world and things of that nature. So it's not going to be hokey at all. It's going to be very interesting stuff that can definitely help you with your daily understanding and practice of your faith, no matter what it is or isn't, but also to get more of a feel of that, 95 to 99% of what we don't see and or experience at any given moment. So I'm beyond excited and so anxious to be able to sit down with Haven and do this episode. I'm also in talks with my son, or I should say our son, about doing a Christmas episode. He is such a lover of Christmas and nature and all of that. So I am in talks with him about coming on and doing a show with me. He has not agreed to it yet. But I will definitely keep you all posted. We still have a little bit of time yet before that happens. But again, just to update you all on, upcoming shows and special shows. And that reminds me to remind all of you that I'm very open to interviewing people and have them on the show. If you know someone, or if you would like to be interviewed and on the show, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to talk with you and, get to know you and figure out what you want to be on the show for and what your message is, and do what we can to help you get that message out and to share whatever you are wanting to share. So again, my contact information, I just gave it a little bit ago. And again, it's at the end of the show and every show. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to have you on the show. So next we're on to personal updates on moi, if anyone is interested in that. I am in the middle of the third of 3 Kabbalah master classes through the Kabbalah Center. I cannot recommend these classes enough. I mean, they are so heart opening, mind blowing, and soul and spirit enlightening. Again, there's just not enough words or adjectives to describe how awesome these Kabbalah classes, master classes are. And you don't have to be of any particular faith. These teachings and these classes resonate with each and every faith or no faith. I mean, it really is. It's so amazing. Again, I can't put them into words. I highly recommend them. You go to Kabbalah.com, KABBALAH.com. I'll have a link in the show description. Check them out. The first Kabbalah class, which is Kabbalah 1 class, is donation only. So you can donate $1 and get the class. And now you can't beat that. That's an amazing, amazing deal. Now, Kabbalah 2 and 3 master classes are $49 each. And I know that is a lot of money for a lot of people. Surely was a lot of money for me. I had to save my empty empty Coke bottles and cash those in. Remember those old timers doing that, collecting bottles and cans and trading them in for some money. I had to do that to be able to afford these classes. But again, I cannot say enough great things about them. And speaking of classes, I am also a quarter of the way through a quantum healing class. Now, quantum healing is a pseudoscientific mixture of ideas which purportedly draws from quantum mechanics, psychology, philosophy, and neurophysiology. People who are into quantum healing assert that quantum phenomena govern health and well-being. And what that all boils down to and means is that it's healing at such a finite level. As I was saying before, it actually is when you're healing someone, when you're providing them with healing energy, your spirit is connecting with their spirits and their physical, you connect with their spirit, and then that energy flows through your spirit to their physical body, that it gets all the way down to a molecular, down even to the atoms and the cores of the atoms of that person's physical being. It can help you mentally, it can help you physically, it can definitely help you spiritually. So as I said, I'm a quarter of the way through that quantum healing class. It's been really, really good. As far as personal studies go, wonderful, beyond wonderful person who listens to the show, that's been a long-time listener of the show, has gifted me a 23-volume plus the commentary volumes. It's 24-volume set of the Zohar. And the Zohar is like the essential book of Kabbalah. I can't give the person credit because they want to be anonymous. So that person, you know who you are. And I can't thank you enough because of all the sacred texts in the world, these Zohar texts of the Kabbalah rank up there with the Bible. Because what it actually is, it's actually a mystical breakdown of the Bible. So as you're studying the Zohar, you're actually studying the Bible, but it's at that quantum, at that molecular, at that atomic level. So you get the really, really deep inner meanings of what you're studying from the Bible. And there's all kinds of commentaries from great masters in there, and it's just off the charts. And I've wanted a set for the longest time, but they're stupid expensive, and it's not stupid, but to me, it's just, there was no way I could ever afford it. So infinite thanks, blessings, and love to the listener and longtime supporter of the show that gifted those to me. You know who you are. And again, I cannot thank you enough. And it's awesome because I go to the post office in the morning to pick those up. And I am all ready to start studying, especially having, almost completed the third of the 3 Kabbalah master classes. So I'm oiled up and ready to go and tuned up and ready to dive in there. And you guys know, no doubt, I will be sharing what I learn with all of you as we go. And again, that was a big reason why the person donated them or gifted them to me is not only to help me, but also so I can share that information with all of you. So, what else is going on? Well, I am in the process of an experiment, a personal experiment. It's still not just in its infancy stages. I would refer to it as being in its embryo stages. It's that far in the beginning. So, what is it? Well, I mentioned this in the Oblates of Perpetual Light meeting last month. That I am working on learning how to lucid dream. Now, for those of you who do not know, lucid dreaming is being aware that you are dreaming. So, what happens when you are lucid in your dream, that makes you the writer and director of your dream. You're no longer just tossed about by your subconscious and whatever it throws at you, whether that be good dreams or nightmares or, things that, dreams that have significance and meaning, or just dreams that are just a bunch of poo, So, my thoughts in this is that by becoming more and more lucid in our dream state, that we can allow our spirit or soul, whatever you want to call it, to be able to do its work, achieve its goals in this lifetime in the dream state, which would mean that spirit would have more control in the dream state, if you're lucid and aware, than it would in our waking moments, because, of course, everyday life gets in the way, and everything like we just talked about, everything that we've been conditioned and taught, and again, our culture is so anti-spirit and anti-soul and all about this me, I, and mine. Whereas if you can do this, be aware and lucid in your dream, my theory is that your spirit, soul, again, whatever you want to call it, can be able to do more and more of its soul work, so to speak. And so that's phase one, because there's two phases of this experiment. Phase two will be astral projection. So those of you who aren't familiar with what astral projection is, it's when you're able to consciously have your soul leave your body. And to me, again, in theory and in my mind and heart, is that the dream world and astral projection are very connected, because I do believe that when we dream, a lot of times it is our soul, our spirit, moving about in living and experiencing in our dream state. It's just that we're not aware of it. We still consider it to be the I, me, and mine. And again, my theory behind this and my thinking behind this and belief behind this is that how many times have you been sleeping, you've been in your dream state, and you are not you. You're you, you're you, but you don't look like you normally do. You're not who you normally are, but it's you, in essence. So that would be your spirit, your soul, correct? So to me, the two are very interrelated, interconnected. The dream state, being aware in the dream state, which is lucid dreaming, and astral projection. So, to wrap that up, if I can get lucid in dreaming and be able to master that to some extent, and then to be able to astral project and master that to some extent, and mix the two or blend the two, it should give spirit the optimum environment to do what it needs to do, to experience what it needs to experience. Now, some might debate this and say, well, aren't you here because your spirit or soul needs this physical vehicle to accomplish those tasks? Yes, I completely agree. But in the same breath, our sleep is still connected and through this vehicle, through the body. So in essence, the spirit is still connected with the body in the dream that's in the body's mind, and also the astral projection, which could be in the dream as well. So anyway, I pray that makes a little bit of some sense. I know it's out there. It's out there, right? And it's going to be quite a while in getting to this. But I'm at the point right now to where I can start lucid dreaming, that I am aware that I am going into the dream realm, land, time, whatever you want to label it. But once I get into the dream, I am lucid for just a little bit, and then I get swept away with what is going on in the dream. Now, I'm able to become lucid here and there throughout the dream, but it's not stable. And that's what I need to work on, is that stability of, becoming lucid, becoming aware in the dream, and staying aware in the dream. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It really is. I'm very blessed to be taking a class, talking about classes, yet another class on lucid dreaming, and I have another one ready to take on astral projection when I'm ready for that. So, which is not yet. But anyway, if any of you who are accomplished lucid dreamers and or astral projectionists, and you have any information or tips or tricks, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to receive your input and know how you've been able to be lucid and be able to astral project and stay, in that, to be, stable in those states. I would greatly love to hear that. So that's, that's it. If you want to consider it. I've always got 50 or more things going at the same time, ever since, June 30th of 2020, to me, time is of the essence, and there's so much on my list that needs to be done, before I'm physically done in this lifetime. So I'm, not harming myself. I'm not running myself ragged, but I'm not wasting. That's the best way to say it. I'm not wasting any time and any opportunities. There's many things I want to do and accomplish, before the physical time is up in this lifetime. But I'll be sure to keep you all posted on the progress of this. As I said, it's going to be very, very slow going. And again, I'm in the embryo stages of it right now. So, my dear brothers and sisters, that about does it for this Book Nook August edition. Before I go, I do want to ask all of you, if you are studying something that's really resonating well with you, that's really helping you, please, please, please share that with me so I can share that with everyone that listens to the show. If you want, you can be anonymous, like the person that gifted the Zohar text, or if you want me to say your name, I'd be more than happy to give you credit for it. If you want to come on the show and talk about it, I would be beyond elated to do that. Again, just contact me. Also, if you are doing essential oils and you have some recommendations for brands or certain scents that you love and enjoy, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share that with everybody on the show. Incense, same thing. If you're using something that's really great, that you love, it's a staple that really helps you in your studies and your practices and your faith and just feeling good, let me know so I can share that with everybody else. That's what it's all. This is a great community for all of us, folks, for all of us. And that was one of the big goals, and is one of the big goals for me for season 6, is to get more interaction with all of you, because you all, bless your hearts, are so quiet that you rarely, if ever, reach out to me. And I want us to try to change that. I want us to start communicating more and sharing more and getting more of you involved in the show, whether that be by emailing me and talking with me about certain things that you recommend that I can share on the show, or, as I said, actually having you on the show. That would be awesome as well. So give it some thought, folks. And always, please feel free to share any tips, tricks, or hints that are helping you with your studies and practices that can possibly help other people. If it's helping you, there's other people it can help as well. So let's all help each other. So let me do a quick blessing here and I'll let you all go. Let us pray. May the light always keep us on the path and help keep our consciousness positive. Blessings, infinite blessings, and love to each and every one of you. You all have an amazing and blessed week, and I will see you again this Sunday. I so hope and pray you all have enjoyed the Book Nook. Infinite thanks, blessings, and love for tuning in, and I hope you all return the next Book Nook next month. And don't forget to check out the Faith and More podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, rate, and review. It really helps get the show out to more and more people. And if you really like the show, consider making an offering. Offerings are a great way to help sustain and improve the show and the Faith and More ministry. Offerings can be made through the Cash App. The show's cash tag is $Faith and More, or you can find us at cash.app/$Faith and More. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. There's lots of great videos there, and it gives you more of an immersive experience. Just go to youtube.com/@faithandmorepodcast. Next is prayers. I love to pray, and our Faith and More family love to pray, so let us pray for you. There's two ways to do this. The first is to email me directly at faithandmorepodcast@gmail.com. And the second is through our website at faithandmorepodcast.wixsite.com/my-site. And of course, links to everything are always in the show description. Intro and outro music are courtesy of LA FM at lesfm.net. Please check them out and show them some love. So until next month, everyone, have a blessed